You guys are going to end up with 20 pounds before we even stand up here.
This week on Kentucky Afield, we've got back-to-back bass fishing champions in the state, so we're hitting the water with Muhlenberg County.
That's a keeper.
That's right.
Then, we'll join bear biologists in the hills of eastern Kentucky and see what a day in their shoes can look like.
So there's a bear right over there by that log.
It's all next on Kentucky Afield.
Kentucky Afield. Every week, Kentucky Afield brings you features on hunting and fishing across the state.
What a nice fish.
It's an opportunity to hopefully get that bird in the lake.
Hey, we got another one over here.
There he is. Ooh, a nice one too. Boy, he's healthy.
What do we got?
That was awesome. Got the first kill. Barely made it out of the field.
Got one. Big smallmouth.
Very nice.
Double point, they're in there.
There you go.
Look at that joker.
Woo.
That's a good one there.
Look at that. Beautiful. Whoa, this is a good one.
That's better than good, Chad.
Hello, and welcome to Kentucky Afield. I'm your host, Chad Miles. Join us as we journey the Commonwealth in search of outdoor adventure. People often ask, how is the bass fishing at Kentucky Lake looking? Well, recently I jumped in the boat with a couple of state champions from Muhlenberg County, and they showed me that the bass fishing at Kentucky Lake is looking strong. You guys have got a dynasty in your winning, and we're here again, 2024, Muhlenberg County High School state champions.
It doesn't come easy. The whole team, the whole community comes together again. It was just an amazing year, it really was, and I just want to thank God. We couldn't be here if it wasn't for him.
You know, it takes a lot, and we've talked about it with you guys for years, but it also takes dedication from the student body as well. And you got two young gentlemen here that put a lot of time, effort, and energy, kept their focus.
There he is. Got one.
Yep, right here behind you, we got a fish on.
Good one, too. Oh, big one. Nah, it ain't that big. He's a good one, though.
That's a keeper.
That's right.
That's what you want right there. There you go. We got one over here, too. That's a smallmouth. Look at there.
I don't know if I can put it on the spin rod or not.
Here, bring him over here, I got it. Oh, I didn't get any weight on that line. Open your mouth there, and we'll just grab it. You guys are throwing them in the boat two at a time, both largemouth species, or largemouth and a smallmouth. Who can catch a spot? Fishing is so much about confidence and patience. It all has to kind of come together with a game plan. They made it happen. How many pounds did it take them to win this year?
So they actually broke the state record this year. They had 40 pounds and 1 ounce.
So that 40 pounds is literally 10 fish,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So they had a 4-pound average.
Yes, it did.
That's pretty good.
Yes! Yes! Yeah! Pig now. Yeah! That's a pig.
Yes, that's
Oh my
what
God.
we need.
What a monster.
Yes, I knew he was big. I said,
These boys right here, they put in the hard work all the years that they've been fishing. Isaiah's been doing it for 4 years, and Spencer doing it for 2 years. And I mean, they've put in the time and effort, and it shows. These boys showed that the first day. They caught over 30 keepers both days and never lost one fish.
Wow. Everybody's got the story about the couple fish that got away, or we lost one at the boat that would have won it. And that's true, that happens a lot. But fishing clean is what people call it in the fishing world. Fishing clean means, you know, when you hook a fish, you get that fish in the boat, you don't lose it. Fishing clean a lot of times is the difference between winning and losing, isn't it?
That's exactly right. The first day we got on the school there in the last little bit, and there was a smallmouth, about a 4.5-pound smallmouth, jumped up in the boat, and it come off in the boat. I threw the net on top of it, and it was a pretty amazing, just a sequence of events just happening so quick. And again, to be able to show that they didn't lose a fish is just a really an incredible tournament, an incredible experience. One of the funnest state championships I've been.
Uh-oh, we got one on here. These fish are aggressive. When they hit and miss, and did you see that? Yeah. Well, we just talked about fishing clean. Today we're not tournament fishing, so that doesn't matter. They don't have to worry about it. So today is just for fun. You got enough fish on?
That's a good one.
Spencer.
He's on them. That's a good one.
That's a good fish right there. Look how thick that fish is across the back. It's nice and healthy. You guys are going to end up with 20 pounds before we even stand up here.
Just throw right out this way right here.
So Spencer, so you've been fishing now for 2 years from Muhlenberg County, right?
Yes, sir.
What brought you into bass fishing?
My dad had fished all of his life, and I really just wanted to fish again. It's been a long time. Now he's got a fish.
Oh, he's got a fish on.
Oh, that's a big one.
That is a good one. There you go. Nice job. Thought you said the fishing's been slow. You're a senior or just graduated, right?
Yes, sir.
And you planning on fishing in college?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right. So I understand you only run the Muhlenberg County fishing team for 2 years. What made you decide to come over and start fishing for your high school?
Well, I kind of had an idea that I wanted to fish
Yeah.
whenever I was a freshman,
Yeah.
but at the time I was playing other sports. And then my dad finally encouraged me. He has been fishing all of his life. He encouraged me to join the team. And I really enjoyed it my first year. So I came back again, and it was just a great experience.
Yeah. Now you're a state champion.
Yeah,
And you're going to college and you're going to fish.
yep,
What are you going to major in college?
engineering physics.
Engineering physics. Well, you must be a pretty smart guy too. What's your favorite technique? What's the best way you like to catch them?
I like to fish slow.
Slow, okay.
I'm a slow fisherman.
Uh-oh.
Good one.
He actually saw you get hit. There you go.
Threw your worm again.
You guys haven't caught a fish that wasn't a keeper yet, I don't think. There we go.
Sounds like you got a good one.
He just finally said, you know what? I think I'll have it. Oh, right there he comes off too. That's what you call not fishing clean. Saw they'll eat this little swim bait though. Here we go.
Another one. That sounds like a good one.
This one's a little better than the last one. I'm gonna try to keep him down and actually get him to the boat. You gotta love those old smallies, man. The population here on Kentucky Lake is just getting better and better and better, isn't it?
It's a pretty good one.
There we go. Look at there. What a pretty fish. All stacked out here together. You got both largemouth and smallmouth. Probably about what, 2.5 pounder? Somewhere in that range, 2 1/4. Ate that swim bait. Got it?
He might not be that big, but he was pulling hard.
There you go. Uh-oh.
I thought I had one. My line was getting tight.
Let me get out of your way. Oh,
Smallmouth.
you can tell when they come out of the water about 2 feet. And you're like, well. There you go. Isaiah Smith, recent high school graduate, huh?
Yes, sir.
And recent state champion high school bass fishing. What a cool year you've had already, huh?
It's been amazing, that's for sure.
What do you plan on doing with fishing from here on out?
I'm not gonna go fish for college or anything. I'm gonna do just some money tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm in a series right now and stuff, so
Okay.
just on the weekends.
All right. What is it about tournament fishing and especially high school tournament fishing that you really like?
I mean, it's not like most sports. I mean, to me, it's a little bit more than fishing and stuff. I mean, there's not many sports where you can come out and see every bit of weather, you know, see every sunrise and stuff like that, and be, you know, in God's creation in my eyes. I mean, it's just, it's amazing to get to come out here and, you know, spend 8 hours doing this.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're very lucky to have a community that supports you guys like you do and a coach like Cody.
Yes, sir.
What do you think he's taught you the most about fishing?
I mean, the biggest thing with Cody is it was a big step up coming on his boat because he fishes fast. And like Spencer said, you know, me and him are both slow, and Cody really gets you to get your speed down, and you know, and he really teaches you to make accurate casts and, you know, stay accurate with the fish, the way you line up, where you cast, you know, working the bait. I mean, he works a lot with just, I mean.
Got a fish over there?
Yeah, he does. But he helps a lot with, you know, keeping us focused and stuff too.
You sure it ain't the same fish you've already caught 6 times?
Oh, it might be.
See, it's warming up now.
Yes, it is.
Oh, here's a big one right here, dude.
There we go.
Here we go. He's good.
Oh,
smallmouth.
It's a smallmouth.
What the heck?
That's about a 4.5 to 5 pound smallie, isn't it?
Look at that. Sucker.
That's what I was saying.
Wow, that done stopped it now.
I've never seen one jump that high.
What do you think you got, Cody? Oh, no, it ain't quite
Yeah,
as
he's big.
thick as I
About
thought.
3.5.
About 3.5, yeah.
Yeah.
He did come torpedoing out of the water.
He did now.
What is that? Is that a smallie? Oh, that's a good fish right there. Let me get the net.
Mine come off.
Here you go. Right here you go. Oh, did you boat flip him? Did you boat flip him?
No, he's right here. He ain't as big as I thought.
Is that the same fish that jumped like him?
Yep, it was
That
him.
is a good fish though.
He was right up there.
You-
Throw up there. Throw up there.
You
Y'all throw up
guys
there.
just literally back to back both. Will you just put 7 pounds of fish in the boat?
Got another one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big one. You gotta get that net.
Oh, he's barely hooked too.
He is barely hooked.
There we go.
That's another good fish in one hand and I netted this one.
It's pandemonium. You guys got 3 fish that are all over 3 pounds.
There's one right here. Big one. I mean, it's a big one. Nah, he ain't that big. Get up there, Chad. They're fired up.
So you guys have got them
He ain't that big.
all kinds of shook up. You ever seen anything like it?
Get up there, Chad. Throw straight ahead.
Where you at now?
Straight
Catching
ahead.
right
Straight
here?
ahead. Just throw straight ahead.
Let me-
To the right a little bit. I don't think it's a bass, dude.
I hope it fools you.
It feels like a catfish. Nope, largemouth. Good one, too.
Oh, a good fish. Look
wow.
at that.
Wow. Wow, that's a big one.
Dude, that is a 6-pluser there.
That's a big
Close
one.
to it. What do you think? 5.5?
It's 5.5, 6 pounder there.
I don't know how many years we've been down here now, but every time I come down, I can honestly say I'm really impressed. Congratulations on another state championship, guys, and good luck with all your future endeavors, be it fishing or whatever else life brings you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys caught some good fish today. I tell you what, today would have been a good day for a tournament, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Good luck to you. I hope you continue to see what Coach Cody has brought forth there at Muhlenberg County High School and come give back to the program one of these days. Once you get through college, keep the legacy running. Black bear populations in Kentucky continues to rise, which means that our wildlife biologists are working hard to minimize human interaction and to keep black bears wild.
I'm Tristan Curry with Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources, and today we'll be going throughout Harlan and Letcher County, answering nuisance calls, exploring the neighborhoods, finding bears engaged in nuisance activities, and whatever else that we may find on a typical day. So So most of the communities in East Kentucky, a lot of them are founded on coal camps, and they're tight-knit communities. Most of the houses here are built close together, but more specifically, they're built close to the wood lines too. So the transition from a bear into the human interface can happen very quickly, and that's why we have a lot of interactions, especially in East Kentucky in areas like this. So this section of roadway was built about 5 or 6 years ago, and when they come through and expanded this road, there was a lot of disturbance to the habitat here, and it opened up some of these grassy fields whenever they reclaimed it. This time of year, bears are very active, and they're proactively seeking some food, and a lot of their food in the spring is going to consist of forbs and fresh grass shoots. It's usually a daily sighting that you can see multiple bears along this couple-mile stretch of road. So there's a bear right over there by that log. So it looks like this bear, he's got a full belly. He's just relaxing on the log right here, kind of secluded from people. It's the same behaviors that we see along the roadsides, just like the last bear that we had seen. This bear is coming out into this reclaimed property. What grass is left that the autumn olive have not overgrown into, they're coming out and feeding on that. So whether it is roadside or up here on some reclaim, it's just common practice of the bears this time of year in this area. But that looks like a family group, which is good, because typically bears have 1 year to learn everything that they need to know from their mother. So seeing bears in their natural environment, eating natural foods is good to see that the cubs are learning those behaviors. Another bear to the left, opening right there. You can see how it's not hard to spend a couple hours and see 15, 20 bears. We've seen this one flip a rock, looking for insects under the rock. There's plenty of fresh grass shoots coming up. So there's plenty of food available. It just may not be as filling, and it takes a little bit more work for them to get. So we received a call from one of our bear technicians here. He received a call from dispatch that a bear had been hit by a vehicle on the highway, and the bear was dead at the time of the incident. So we have collected that carcass. So we're going to do a workup on this bear before we dispose of the carcass and get some of these measurements and data collections. All right, so anytime that we handle a bear, whether it's a roadkill, if it's something that's been harvested during season, if it's an illegal take of an animal, we try to get as much data as we can. And we've got a database that we collect all this and organize all this data in. But the main thing that we're after is the age at time of death and the sex of the animal. And we use these two pieces of information for our database, but we also do collect a host of other information to go along with that. And we'll keep records of this for every bear that we come in contact with. So we try to get as accurate as possible as if the bear, so this is a deceased bear, but whether it's alive or one that's been hit on the road like this, we take the measurements the same way as if they were still alive. So these measurements are just morphometric features. We can compare these, so if it's a live capture animal, we can compare these measurements to when we previously had handled that animal to see if there's any change in its body features. The tooth we pull is usually the first upper premolar that's located behind the canine. We'll collect these teeth through a calendar year. At the end of the year, we'll organize these teeth, associate it to each bear, and we'll send it to a lab. The lab will then take these teeth, do a cross-section analysis of them, and can be able to accurately determine the age of the bear at the time of death. We try to collect viable DNA samples from every animal that we handle. We don't necessarily run any kind of analysis on that initially, but we do have that stored in a location if there's something of interest later on that we come across. There has been some universities that's done some cortisol studies on animals. You can determine that by these DNA samples through the hair. We always collect the hair from the same region. Cortisol levels can vary throughout different regions of the body with the different hair types as well. So to keep this data consistent, we always take it from the same region of every animal that we handle. So the last measurement we'll take is a weight measurement, so we have to have a scale for that. So we'll go ahead and place him on there. $215. So we're out in Harlan County. We're going through some of the neighborhoods, just looking for some bears that's engaging in nuisance activities. We just ran one off up at a housing authority. A lot of times bears like to wait until nightfall or right before nightfall before they come into the neighborhoods like this. We was able to haze him away from the area before he gained access to the garbage. What we typically see in the neighborhoods when a bear gets in the trash, most of the time they'll drag it towards a wood line. Most of the time it's not going to be directly on site of where it's placed. That way they feel secluded, and then if people do approach them, they have a quick escape. When we pulled up, he immediately went back into the woods. We can hear him over there moving a little bit. We'll give him a few minutes. See if he's actually coming out right now. You know, hazing bears consist of a lot of different methods. So you've got a force continuum of things that you can start with. And ideally, as far as just residents go and people in these neighborhoods, they should be able to vocalize to a bear, which is the least amount of force possible. So we can employ that method. A lot of times that does work. Typically nowadays we use paintball guns, and sometimes we'll use some pyrotechnics. Depends on the situation of where you're at, what's safe to use, considerations of what's around the area, and where the bear's going to go to. Depends on what technique we use. Sometimes it's not possible. If you're in a heavily populated area, there's a lot of houses in close proximity. A lot of times we'll advance in those areas and we may just get out on foot, shine lights, holler at the bear. We'll go ahead and try to run him off and see how he reacts. Come on, yeah. On many nights through the week, we'll have some neighborhoods that don't have as many bears that's as persistent as what we have here in Harlan County. So if we get an area to where we're getting a large number of calls to where they're having some issues with bears, we'll go out and work those areas, trying to haze the bears a little bit, provide a little bit of negative reinforcement to try to get them to leave. Oh, get. Might be the same bear. Just got to play it out, because you want a bear to have an escape route. You don't want to push them into an area that they don't want to go. So you don't always have to immediately haze them. So we'll try, there's a drainage up here. It's good to be familiar with the area. So as you see, as it approaches that drainage right there, is tending towards wanting to go to it. So we'll give it a route of escape before we try to run it to the wood line. So bears have been in Kentucky for over 20 years now. And over that time, we've had a lot of encounters. We've had a lot of management decisions to make with bears. Bears have 1 year to learn everything that they need to know. So that's why it's important for us to be good stewards and to be mindful of things that we have out around our dwellings. That way bears don't become accustomed to gaining access to human-related foods, so bears can stay wild.
Now let's check in and see who else has been out having fun in this week's Ones That Didn't Get Away. Check out this nice crappie that was caught by Ethan Davis. This fish was caught while fishing at Green River Lake. Nice job. Here we have Woods Wilson, who is hooked up with his very first fish while fishing at a Finns Lake. Congratulations. Check out this trophy smallmouth that was over 22 inches long, caught by Lucas Brothers. This fish was caught on Tigers Creek with his papa, who is his net man. Congratulations. This is 12-year-old Noah Staggs, who caught this 3.5-pound largemouth while fishing at Dewey Lake. This fish was caught on a Cinco. Here we have Scarlet Glass, who caught this bass while fishing in her grandparents' farm pond in Carter County. Nice job. Here we have Cassidy Ogle with their very first turkey, and this turkey was taken in Anderson County this past spring. Nice job. Well, here we have a familiar face for all you Kentucky Afield fans. Pictured here we have Tim Farmer and Jeff Bardroff holding a couple of really nice crappie. Nice job. Make sure you mark your calendars for this Monday, August the 12th at 7 o'clock, and you can join us live on Facebook, YouTube, and fw.ky.gov for our 2024 question and answer show all about Kentucky Wild. And remember, hunting and fishing on private property is a privilege. Always ask permission and thank the landowner. Until next week, I'm your host, Chad Miles, and I hope to see you in the woods or on the water.